Today's project with the TTR, I'm going to start doing modification on the exhaust and exhaust. The one I've got on here, well, it's stock, but actually when I look closer it's not stock. If you notice when I had it apart the other day that someone at some point had, just get a cloth see if I can clean that. Someone at some point has got this nasty old patch, I don't know if you can see that, stainless steel that is, with horrible weld all the way down the back there, all the way down there. God knows what they've done, to be honest with you, but I noticed down the bottom as well, that's the original size tube, and the tube gets larger, which has been welded on, really crudely. And then that goes up inside there, and that patch has been welded on. So I'm not actually sure what they've done or why they've done it. I don't know if it was rotten, fallen apart, bent, and they repaired it. I don't know. Or I know the baffles in here sort of go up that way and then return and then back again. So I don't know if they've cut into that. And pulled something out and welding it back together. I really don't know. So what I'm probably going to do is when I do the mods to this one, I'll probably cut this one open and see exactly what they've done, just out of interest. But what I'm going to do is I've got another original one, stock, really good condition. Get rid of that. So you've got a stock one, which I'll show you the difference actually. So that's what we were just looking at there. That's what it should look like. So yeah, they've cut that open, put in another size tube in there, made it bigger. I'm not even sure what they've done. But this is what I'm going to do. I say this is what I'm going to do, but I'm going to wait and see what's inside that one, see what they've done, because it works quite well, that exhaust. The only thing I want to do is, because I've opened the airbox, etc. I lie. The airbox mod had already been done when I got it. I've changed the jetting, opened the jetting up a little bit, made it bigger. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the end of the can off, and I'm going to open the bore size. I'm going to take the baffles out inside that run inside, and I'll have to show you when I've cut it open, but I've seen inside one before. I've seen this mod done before. You basically, I've got some pipe. You see the size of the diameter there? It's a bit bigger. So that basically I cut it all open and I changed some stuff inside and weld it back together. So that's what I'm going to do with the exhaust, is just give it a bit more throat, a bit more noise, which I don't actually like. I like it quite quiet. But if it opens up the breathing, that's going to help me. So yeah, that's the next mod on the bike. Eventually, I'll get the 350 conversion done, which is in the pipeline. If you've seen my powder coating video and whatever, you can see that I've already started. I've powder coated the head already. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing now. While I'm here, I was looking for my camera bag the other day, which is what I'm filming on. I've got a mirror. Yeah, I've got a mirror. So that camera. I was looking for that camera the other day, and it normally comes in this. I put it in this bag, which is in that bag, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I was asking my wife, and she found it eventually, as they do. And this is what happens. Get a label put on it. If found, please return. Very funny. Bloody, can't believe that. Just gone to undo that. It's loose. Didn't even know. Mind you, it's not glowing. It's not leaking or anything. knackered. Hopefully it doesn't snap. Feels like it's gonna. Phone call. Sorry, just had to take a phone call. Under the bolts. Fucking hell. Come in, sorry. That's a bracket. Didn't know it was that bad, so I had to order one of those. Wow. Rotten. I had no idea it was that bad. So got the old one and I got the new one. And I'll show you those. Oh, that's lucky. I've got a new bracket, I didn't know. Can you see? Look, the metal's just completely gone. Missing. I had no idea. Maybe that's why it's all been welded up then, it was completely rotten. Can you see that? Compared to the standard one. So I've got nothing to lose. I am going to cut that open to see what's wrong with it. Right. Sorry about this. Right, so I've just cut it open. I haven't opened it up yet. I've cut it. So it's cut all the way across, all the way to the back there. So I have no idea what's in these exhausts. So we're going to find out together. Hopefully you can still see that with the video. Bloody hell. Right. You can see I've cut it all the way around. It's like Easter egg. Oh. There's one little bit holding it on. I'll just go and cut that. Right. Oh! Bollocks. Stupid place to put the camera, to be fair. Where's a good place? Let's rig up somewhere for the camera. Hopefully you can see that. Okay. So that's that. That goes into the chamber. Wow, okay. So they didn't actually, even though they've been in there, it doesn't look like they've done any modification in here. I don't think. I say that, I don't know what was in here originally. Although they might have done, actually. No, I'll tell a lie, that someone done something, I think, because there's evidence of a wire mesh inside. I don't know what that is. But yeah, so that's the inside of that. You can see, possibly, I don't know, there's a baffle that goes all the way through it. Do you know what? I'm going to cut it there, and I'm going to cut it in half, and we're going to look in even more. So I've cut it in half. I've cut that there, and I've cut it there, and I've cut it along there as well. I haven't tried to pry it open yet. That's what I'm going to try and get on camera, but I think that might be harder than it sounds. Seems to be a bit solid. Hopefully you can see that. I have visions of it just falling in half like a clamshell. It must be welded there and there as well, because there's heat marks on there. It's a bit of a shame. Just want to know what's inside it, what I can take out. Expecting the end can to come off as well, but that didn't. Oh, hold on. I think that must be brazed or welded on the end here, which is why it's not coming off. Right, I'll keep at it and see what happens. Okay, so I've got the end can off. I had to basically just hacksaw straight through. So that's what's in the end can. You can see a bit of, there's wadding around the inside there. So it's two layers. There's wadding, and the through pipe is literally just like an echo chamber, and then comes out of that pipe. So you've got that pipe there, is that big one, and then you've got two smaller ones, which I just cut through the end of, and then these two longer ones. So they're literally just, trying to think what's the point of them, to be honest with you. Yeah, they just hit this end can and then reverb round in there and then come back out, I'm presuming, forced back into there and then forced back out that way. So it's obviously restricted in some way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut on this one. I'm going to cut these off. I'm going to cut across there, open this chamber up, see what's in there, and I'll probably just come out with a new piece, which will be that, straight to there, which would be wider, and I'll probably put a bit of a kick on it because it always burns the exhaust, so burns the number plate. So I'll put a little bit of a kick on it so it doesn't burn that. Yeah, so I'll show you that in a minute. So I've cut the ends off, and what you've got is, let's hope you can see it, you've got, that's where it gets fed in, just there, comes out into this chamber there, through the baffles, and then I've cut the 2 or 3 pipes away, and I'm just going to put the exhaust straight out of there. I'll clean that up on the actual one I'm going to do. This old one, I've obviously used that just to see what's inside. So I've just cut through the good exhaust, and that's what you see when you get in there. So basically I will have to take off, I'll double check in a minute with the other one. I've got to take 3 of these off and leave 1. I think it's take these 3 off there, leave those 2, and then put a new one out. Show you that in a minute. Right, so ends cut off. I cut, let's see this. So that's how it was. I cut straight through that. I've drilled a load of pilot holes through there, and then I put a reciprocator saw, which is that one there, and I just finished off the bits that were left around the circles, around the pipes, these bits, with that, and then I've just filed it a little bit to smooth off the edges. And so apart from cleaning that, ready to weld it and put the pipe on, that part is sort of ready-ish. And the next bit is obviously the end of the can. I need to get that old pipe out. Not sure how yet, but this is the new pipe. A little bit bigger. So I need to try and get this out. I think I'll drill a load of holes. Try and do that. Drill a load of pilot holes around there, and then just pull it out and then clean it out with a file. Cup of tea. Right. It's all cut. It's all cut, and I've just offered it up. So I'm not actually doing anything. What I've done is I've offered that pipe up, which will stick down there about 35mm inside. I'll weld that on, not in that order. I've opened up the end there, and I've cleaned it up so I can weld it or silver solder it, I'm not sure yet. I'll braze it. So yeah, that's pretty much where that's going to go there. I think it's roughly in the right place, but I'm not actually sure. Yeah, there or thereabouts. I need to put an end on. I need to put a bend on this end though. I think I do.